help support our coverage using Blueberry, the community that gives creators the ability to make money, get detailed audience measurements, and host their audio and video. Get 30 days to try out the service using promo code Blueberry004. That's BLUBRRY004.
All right, well, we have our next guest here. Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Doing well. Go ahead and introduce yourself for me.
Here.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm Clara Moldovan. I'm the founder and CEO of Swistor, and we are a Swiss-based startup company.
Okay. And what do you make? Because what I feel like I'm seeing is button cell batteries.
Yes, it looks like a button cell battery. It's a supercapacitor.
Okay.
So it's also an electrochemical storage device, but it's different than a battery in the sense that it stores much higher power and it can release it much faster. So a battery stores more energy, but it's really hard to accumulate the energy or to release it.
Right.
And in this device, it's really easy to release really high bursts of power really fast.
Okay. So in the body of what appears to be a CR2032,
it is.
what is the target with this? Where is this designed to be used?
Yes. So we want to. We have two different applications. On one hand, we want to help batteries fill this power gap. So for applications where you need actuation, like for motors, which need or to transmit data, a lot of data really fast.
Okay.
So typically these applications consume a lot of energy from the battery. And also long term, this degrades the battery.
Right.
And then that's why you need to, yes, it will degrade. That's why your phone, after a few months, it doesn't last as much charge as in the beginning.
Right.
So combining this with the battery, we can actually modulate these peaks of power and we can help to have a more efficient system overall. And then another application is to combine it with harvester technologies. So now we have a lot of applications like smart cities, smart homes, and we want a source that we can have on a wall and it lasts forever and we don't need to change a battery. So our devices have a very long lifetime. You can charge them 50,000 times.
Whoa. Okay.
And a battery typically only lasts 1,000 times. And then combining it with a harvester, like with a solar cell, you can have an autonomous energy source. So you can have a device that you place it and it can last for 10 years autonomously and you don't have to care about it. So these are the two applications that we're targeting.
Okay. So I know I'm focused in on the thing that's in front of me and not as much on the technology, but the idea of a 2032 that's rechargeable at all is bonkers to me. So compared to a standard 2032 that, runs in a, clicker for your car, right? Those things will last. One battery goes a year or so before it's time to replace it.
Yeah.
What kind of power, overall power capacity, would the same size device have?
So this is used in a completely different use case. So it cannot replace the 2032.
Sure.
So it holds much less power. So typically it's for 1 or 2 days use cases. So
but it can be recharged.
It can be recharged, yes. So it's for applications where you need to recharge and charge and discharge very fast many times.
In a small body.
In a small body, yes.
Smaller than...
Yes. So it's not where you need to have, a battery that can last for 1 year. It's where you have a device that you charge and discharge every day. And this can also make charging much more efficient. But yes, it's not a long-term storage as a battery is.
Yeah.
It's more a short-term storage where you also need high power. And
got it. Because it can produce more than, 250 milliamps or whatever at 3 volts.
Yeah.
Something like this can produce a lot more power than that, but in a short burst.
Yes.
Got it.
That's the.
So what kind of applications have we already seen this in? Like where have you tested and used this?
So conventionally, I think the most known supercapacitor application is for regenerative braking in cars, very large scale, so not this scale.
Right.
So when you harvest energy from braking and then you use it for acceleration, this is a very known use case. And in small scale devices, it's an emerging market. So yes, we're looking now into IoT devices, so where you can have a monitor and have it with a solar cell, and then you can power it for 10 years or 20 years.
And it can power up, send data, and then shut back down.
Yes.
And
also if it's with a harvester, so if you have energy that can charge it on a daily or 72-hour cycle, then you can have an autonomous device.
Got it. So you could have like edge devices that are collecting data coming in and then being solar powered, charging this, not this guy, but charging up one of these, and then it's able to pulse the data out off of itself onto the internet wherever it's going, and then shut back down, go back into low power mode where it's just collecting data, and then solar power in, and then burst up when it needs to.
Or for low power applications, it can also, so we did some tests. We use actually this guy to power a sensor like a temperature humidity sensor. I have this in my apartment, and with a solar cell, it can, has enough power to monitor during the night. So it can also fill in the gaps during the night for a solar cell for low power applications.
Gotcha.
So it has a wide range of applications. It always depends on.
Gotcha. And it's really good in places where like constant charge type situations or long charge type situations, right? Because it doesn't degrade like plugging your cell phone in all the time. The more you do that, the more it screws up the battery.
Yeah, I mean, all the devices degrade. It will degrade less than a battery.
Just not the same,
Yes, I think probably the best idea is to control this electronically so that it stops charging at a point. But yes, it will degrade less than a battery.
Well, fantastic.
And yes, and so these are our first products, and we're planning to also scale up to, we're preparing to produce pouch cells now in the next quarter, which are more versatile for different applications. And then we also want to expand for power tools, for example, where you can charge it really fast, and then you can pierce through a stronger wall and have higher power applications.
Really interesting. So who is your target demo on this? I imagine device manufacturers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. So if people want more information on your technology, how can they get it?
They can check out our website, swistor.com, or reach out on LinkedIn, and also there's a contact form on our website, so you can reach out.
Very cool. Well, thank you for coming and showing
much.
this off. Power tech is something that I'm always fascinated by, and any advancement in any direction on things that, even specialty things. One battery to rule them all is not the right way.
No, I think hybridizing different devices with different features is a better way to have really efficient and also more sustainable. Because sustainability is also something we're focused on. We use more safe materials and non-toxic, and then also if you combine it with a battery, we can also extend the battery life. So I think hybridizing different devices is a good way to move
and also
forward.
giving alternate capabilities. You mentioned the drill. You can use a regular lithium polymer for your regular thing, or get a quick charge
in
and
do
seconds. Something big real quick to deal with an oddity. Yeah, that's awesome. I really like it.
Thank you very much.
For sure. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
The Tech Podcast Network CES 2024 coverage is executive produced by Michelle Mendez. Technical directors are Kurt Corliss and Adam Barker. Associate producers are Nancy Ertz, Clinton Millsap, Sergio Velasquez, and Terry Willingham. Voiceover by Aaron Hurst. Our hosts are Marlo Anderson, Don Bain, Todd Cochran, Scott Ertz, and Christopher Jordan. Studio and equipment are provided by PLUGHITZ Productions. This has been a Tech Podcast Network broadcast, copyright 2024.